0 people.
Hi, welcome to my podcast, Everything True Crime and Paranormal. This video is about stories experienced by those who work in hospitals. This is about haunted hospitals and nurses and patients who have had experiences in these hospitals. The first one I am going to start with is about a nurse named Robin. Robin had worked as a registered nurse for 27 years at a nursing home in Connecticut. She had a patient that was an elderly lady who had lived in the facility for about 5 years. This patient had extreme difficulty with her memory.
0 people.
One night when Robin went to check on this patient, she noticed that there was something very drastically wrong. The patient's eyes were blood red, and a strange guttural growling sound was coming out of her throat. It sounded like a mad dog, or maybe some kind of a demonic force. Robin ran out of the room and asked for another nurse to assist her, but the other nurses in the facility would not help her. So she went back to the patient's room. The patient's eyes were still red and foam was coming out of her mouth. So she left the room. The next night, when Robin went into the room, the lady seemed to be normal, lucid, and very calm. Robin asked her if she had any memory of what had happened the night before, and she said, "Yes, I do. I keep seeing a little girl with red eyes. She tells me to do bad things, and she has a bunch of little spider people surrounding her. The people have human heads, but they have a body like a spider and 6 spider legs as well as spider tails. There are about 10 of them that surround this little girl. Then this little girl pushes on the top of my head and somehow gets inside of my body and controls me and makes me do the things that she wants me to do. She makes me growl like a dog."
0 people.
This continued for several weeks. Robin was not sure what to do, so she contacted her husband, John, who was also a paranormal investigator. John knew a priest named Albert who lived in another state. So he called Albert and asked Albert if he would come and perform an exorcism on the patient.
0 people.
Albert agreed to do so, but said he would have to pray for her from a remote location where he lived, that he would not be able to come into town and perform the exorcism physically. So they set up a computer to monitor in the room, and when the growling started around midnight, the priest prayed for the woman. It took about
0 people.
3 hours. They had to tie the woman down with chains. She kept fighting and spitting and clawing at Robin, but Robin would not give up, and neither would the priest. She even lifted the bed and tipped over a table, knocked over 2 chairs and a lamp before the ordeal was finished. But eventually, the growling stopped, and the woman's features returned to normal. And then she calmly
0 people.
asked Robin, "May I have a glass of hot chocolate, ma'am?" At the time of the telling of this story, Robin and her patient are doing a lot better, though the episodes of growling sometimes still happen. The patient sometimes still sees the spider-like people but these episodes are very rare and do not happen very often anymore.
0 people. Take picture. Take picture. Take picture. Take picture. Viewfinder. Zoom. Stop recording video. Button.